Hey everybody, Meredith here with Matt Dahlgren and Pete Rosas from Capcom, and we're going to talk about Street Fighter V Story Mode. I know it's a feature a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. So give us a brief overview about the new cinematic story mode.
Yeah, so our June update for Street Fighter V is the biggest update we've had yet. This is going to be the best story mode that's ever existed within the Street Fighter franchise.
That's a bold statement.
So beforehand, players used to have to play through each individual character and then get their specific ending. This is now a complete storyline from start to finish. It allows you to play as all 16 characters in the core roster, and it also serves as a free preview for all of our DLC characters. So they're actually integrated directly in our story mode, so you can try them out for the first time. Lots of great cinematic content in there. It's about 3 to 4 hours in length, and all in all, I think our fans are really going to love it.
Awesome. All right, well, let's take a look at some of it right here today.
Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah. So yeah, to set up the storyline, 7 mysterious black moons have appeared throughout the world, and they seem to be giving M. Bison some incredible power. The World Warriors have to come together and figure out how to rise up against Shadaloo. The name of the story is Shadow Falls.
Okay, Shadow Falls.
Yeah, and what's awesome about the story mode this time is that all the models that are shown are all real time. There's no pre-rendered scenes.
Cool.
Yeah, so all the models that you see are the same that you would use during normal fights.
That's great. I love all the details. I mean, it just looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just show you guys a quick opening.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, do you get to learn the backstories of some of these characters and how they came to be through story mode?
Yeah, definitely. So when the game originally launched, we did have character stories for each individual character. That was kind of to set up their backstory, and if you piece all those together, it works kind of as a prologue for this cinematic story. This cinematic story will really go into depth as to why all of these characters appear in Street Fighter V and what their motivation is for fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome, because that gives it a little bit more than just like, oh, it's a fighting game, it's you versus you. You know,
Yeah.
now you kind of find out why and who they were beforehand.
Yeah,
Love
and
that.
beforehand with story modes, you never knew really what ending was real or what was false, and some stuff was canon and some stuff wasn't canon. This is crystal clear, start to finish. There's no confusion as to what exactly happened in this storyline.
Awesome.
And keep in mind, this is also completely free DLC, so free for anyone who has the game.
That's terrific.
Yeah, so you'll play as characters. You'll see how they're interacting, what exactly is happening to them at that moment in time, and after that, you'll transition into a battle. I would let it play out, but I want to make sure that
No, let's get, I know.
you
let's
guys
get
can
to
see how the
battle.
battles
Let's see
look.
it.
So. So right now, Nash is fighting the evil M. Bison from his memories, because last time we saw Nash in Alpha 2, he was actually shot off of a cliff by a helicopter.
Nice.
Yeah. Bison, no match for Peter.
No. Now, I got to see a little bit when I was at PSX the last time. There was a huge Capcom tournament going on. And you think like, oh, people are like, oh, I wouldn't sit around and watch a bunch of people play video games. The intensity in that room was palpable. I mean, like, it really was. Everyone was geared up, and you had these announcers that were, you know, I'm a huge MMA and UFC fan, and they were really narrating each fight as if it was a UFC match.
Yeah.
So esports has become hugely important to you guys. I know you have some more events coming up.
Yeah, so we're now on our 3rd season of the Capcom Pro Tour, and Street Fighter V is the official game of the Capcom Pro Tour, and we've seen massive growth. Just about every tournament on the circuit has practically doubled in size.
Wow.
This year, EVO is right around the corner, taking place in July.
So about how many people enter?
So they've confirmed over 4,000 attendees at EVO, which
4,000?
crushes the last record. I believe the last record was, what, 2,400 or so?
And that was with Ultra Street Fighter 4.
That was
So
Ultra
this
Street
is
Fighter 4.
the largest open Street Fighter tournament ever in the history.
Wow. Yeah, no pressure, guys.
Yeah,
Jeez.
right?
I mean, we keep investing in the scene. We like to see this type of growth. Last year at Capcom Cup, we had a world record prize pool for fighting games, so $120,000 for first prize. We have other plans in place that hopefully are going to make that number seem obsolete in a few years. and is going to have some very exciting announcements as to the future of the Capcom Pro Tour coming up at EVO.
Awesome, guys. Well, make sure to follow Capcom along if you want all the information about all those events coming up. Now, let's talk about Ibuki, because I know she's been getting a lot of attention. What was the thought about bringing her into the game?
Well, you know, Ibuki is a fan favorite, and she does have a pretty prominent role in the story. A lot of people really like her design, you know, the idea of a schoolgirl ninja.
Yeah.
And for this version, we really wanted to make her stand out. What we really wanted to emphasize was just her ninja capabilities. Before, in the previous entries, she was very combo heavy. And this one, she's more trickery based.
Nice.
Yeah, so, you know.
I was in school with a bunch of girls. They are very tricky. Yeah, they are. And you've updated her outfit as well.
Exactly, right? If you see the guards that she's wearing, the shin guards, she is definitely a schoolgirl ninja, right? Warrior.
She was on the lacrosse team for sure.
Yeah, so basically, Ibuki, how she differs from the previous version is that now she throws kunais, but she has to keep count of the stock, and constantly refill them.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
You know, that's actually unique to her, and it's unique to any character in this game. Most characters can chuck unlimited projectiles, but not her. She actually has to keep count.
It's just like in an action game, you got to reload.
Exactly, right? So it creates this level of strategy where you're constantly monitoring your resources. And then additionally, she's able to throw cool things like bombs.
Nice.
And the bomb can blow up at different times. So you can you can move around the bomb and really confuse the opponent, or you could hit the bomb.
Oh, and kick it right into it.
Make it really tricky. And if you don't have any patience, you could blow the bomb up with your
another bomb.
Exactly.
Why one bomb's not good enough? More bombs, more explosions.
Right.
I love too, from a defensive standpoint, you know, you have to watch her, and while she's reloading, then you're like, oh, well, I can take that 1 millisecond to try and attack.
Exactly. And if the opponent, you know, they get too feisty, you could just throw all your kunais at them all at once.
Wow.
Right?
Oh, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, it gives you flashbacks of old ninja games.
Yes, I love it. I love it. What are some of the other DLC characters that you guys are going to preview?
Well, so in the story mode, if you play through the story mode, you can also get a chance to play Balrog, Urien, and Juri.
Okay.
Yeah, but they will be released a little bit further down the line.
Wonderful. All right, well, we'll have to stay tuned and check that out. Now, I want to talk about something that I was reading online, which I think was causing a little bit of confusion, especially people that don't follow Street Fighter V all that closely, is that you guys are getting rid of the Zenny money, but you're keeping the fight money still in there. So tell me about the difference between that.
Yeah, so we just decided that the Zenny system just wasn't developing to be exactly the way we intended it to be, and decided to go with more of a tried and true formula, taking the native features of both the PlayStation Store as well as Steam. But the value offering that we promised to all of our fans out there remains exactly the same. So fight money is still intact. Players can still earn that by playing the game and use that to earn DLC characters free of charge.
Nice.
Now, if you would like to speed that process up and get a DLC character instantaneously, you can now buy that either in the PlayStation Store or the Steam Store. So all in all, I think it's going to be actually easier for our fans to understand. Value proposition hasn't really changed at all, and we all know that those are very secure transactions. So thus far, what we've read online is people are pretty happy about the change.
Yeah, make it simpler, easier to get what you want, and get back to playing the game.
Exactly.
I love it. All right, so when are we going to be able to get our hands on all this?
So yeah, it's going to be coming at the end of June, so right around the corner.
Wow,
only a couple more weeks to wait.
So close, so close. I love that. We're up here talking, we're like, oh, well, you know, end of 2016, maybe 2017. No, this you get in a few weeks. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing Ibuki and playing live. I know it's hard to play live and talk at the same time, so I really appreciate that.
PlayStation